Afternoon boaters, Keith McGowan here, the Outboard Dad, here to help you have a better boating experience. Today we got Kyle and Tyler here, father and son team, and they bought a boat, but then the motor went bad. How long did you have it before that happened?
Oh, we had 6 months, something like that.
Yeah.
About
6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So you ran it last year or not at all?
Last year.
Okay.
8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
And it was just this year, or was it end of last year you
End of
had it?
last year.
Okay, and motor went bad.
Yep.
All right, well, let's change it out. You want to tilt it and we'll,
That's the only, it was a battery being dead.
oh, okay. Let's see. Maybe we can manually release it here. Well, this one doesn't have a manual release on this side. Maybe it's on the other side. There it is. Let's see if we can get in there. If not, we'll hook up my battery. So is this your first boat?
Yeah.
Yeah? For fishing mainly, or?
Fishing and crabbing.
Okay. Not for just going fast? So what made you buy this boat?
I don't know. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace and I liked it.
It was available?
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at your transom, so come here and take a look at this. So when I jump on this, see how the transom has a little bit of flex to it?
Yeah.
It's nothing major, but you want to watch that, right? I've been on boats where I go like this and the whole thing moves. So it's not bad, but it does have some rot in it, you know? Eventually, it's definitely something you'll have to address or, you know, just move on from it.
I think that's the plan, is to get him through this year with this one, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
get him something different.
All right. The steering works okay? All right, good. So we'll add some grease to this to get this going. The whole tube's turning. That doesn't usually happen. So what made you get into boating?
My grandparents, they've always had boats.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So then I got one for my graduation present last year.
That's what your dad was saying. That's a nice present.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? You working? You...
Yeah, I got a job and I played baseball in college. So.
Oh, okay. Cool. Where are you going to school?
Go to Geekham College up in Delaware.
Okay.
He said his parents live in
Yeah, parents live in Middletown. My
It's his neighborhood.
Yeah.
His friend lived in that neighborhood.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Just all duplexes.
So
Over there.
What is that then? That's
2 parts to the neighborhood.
yeah.
Yeah, the back, if you drive back further, it's
Yep.
single family homes. And then like,
That's by the Wawa then, right? Like you're talking about right by the Wawa.
yeah.
Yep.
So there's a new like YMCA building. They just redid that YMCA building over there. That backs up to my parents' house. So they're on that cul-de-sac. So it's a great area. They love it down there. So you looking to go pro with baseball, or
I don't know, with the height, you know, that'd be tough.
you think so?
Yeah.
Batteries in here?
Yeah.
Is it disconnected?
No.
Okay, just in case it has a little juice left in it. So you're using both of them, or?
That's how we got. We haven't really messed with it, honestly.
Okay. You're definitely going to want to get in there and mess with those connections because they're kind of corroded, you know?
Yeah.
You only in freshwater, or?
It's like brackish.
Okay. I'm going to disconnect both of these positives because I don't know if they're tied in together or what. So you don't want to use this tank, right? The oil tank?
No. So that's what I was going to ask. Like, so what do we have to do? I mean, I know you said you could do it right now as you're putting it on.
Yeah, it's actually already disconnected.
Okay.
Just got to start mixing in your tank. So do you know how many gallons are in your tank right now?
At this point, we don't know how much is in there.
So what you're going to have to do is get a couple of, jerry cans or something and take the squeeze ball, put it down here, squeeze it a couple times so it starts to siphon,
Okay.
and then just keep an eye on it because you're going to have to drain it.
Yeah.
Because you need to know,
What's in the tank?
yeah. My recommendation is buy the old school Johnson Evinrude oil. You can.
We have two-stroke oil in here, but it's not that. It's like Pennzoil, two-stroke.
So I know guys that swear by the Pennzoil.
Yeah.
I've had. So here's what I tell you. I would say 98% of the motors that I've rebuilt for guys, they were using West Marine oil, Coastal oil, a couple of Pennzoil, not too much. It's supposed to be a better oil,
Yeah.
but there's different, manufactured lines of different
Right.
Pennzoil oil. So I know some guys that swear by them. I just stick with the manufacturer's oil.
And where do you get the Johnson Evinrude oil?
You could get it at most any marina has the Johnson Evinrude oil. You can use the Yamaha oil or the Mercury oil, not the synthetic. Again, I know guys that will swear by, oh, I use that synthetic all the time. It works great. I've never used other than what the manufacturer recommends and always had good success. It's one of those, why take a chance if it works,
Yeah.
Shame, doesn't look too bad on the outside.
It did, yeah, and that's what like when we first bought it, we tried to do a compression test, and I rented one from like Home Depot or not Home Depot, AutoZone.
Yeah, yeah.
We couldn't get it to work right. So
Okay.
We never really got like a true.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we didn't know. We were taking the guy for what he said. He did give us. He gave us a stack of paper. He had it. He bought it off the original owner.
Okay.
He had it for about 2 years, and the original owner had it since it was brand new. And he had like literally everything that was ever done to it.
Okay.
So we assumed that, but we don't know. I guess I never really checked to see if like that was the motor that was with the boat. We never really paid too much attention.
Right, right. Well, especially when it runs, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is actually these type of motors was the first boat I ever had when I was 17, 18 years old. Had an 85 horse Johnson, which is really the same block as this. It's different electronics. The electronics are much better in the newer ones, but I loved it. It was before they had the VRO because it was a 1979 motor, and I just miscalculated mixing maybe twice. I was 18, 19 years old, and I remember hearing the motor like slowing down a little bit, and then I'm calculating in my head, did I do this right? And instead of 16 ounces for 6 gallons, I did 6 ounces for 6 gallons. I ran it for another 20 years, but it just got slower and slower and slower, And what a lot of guys will do is they'll just go ahead and little extra oil never hurt,
Yeah. Just smoke more.
Yeah, so it smokes a little bit, so you foul up some plugs. There's a lot of theories out there. You talk to a lot of people, they're going to tell you so many different things. It's one of the reasons I started the YouTube channels, because it's what I did was watch YouTube channels working on stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys say, don't do this, do that, don't do this, don't, but they never explain why, And even today I have guys, well, I ran Pennzoil for 20 years on my motor. Great, I'm glad it worked good for you. But when someone pulls up here and they're having a problem, the first thing I do is a compression check, and it's low, and I see they're using something other than the manufacturer's oil on so many boats. And the other thing is, make sure you're using Startron in the fuel. So you want to use Startron fuel treatment every time. You want to take a picture of this stuff?
Before we leave, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a note of it, but I'll definitely take a picture of it all.
So here, let me give you this.
Is that the stuff like you put in like the lawnmowers and stuff?
Yeah, I thought I had a bottle here. Here. It's this stuff. Did you buy one of these?
I did not yet, but I will.
No, you got one for free when you buy it. Now you can write some notes in there.
Perfect. I appreciate
Right?
it.
So yeah, that stuff, it doesn't eliminate completely,
Yeah.
but it's going to help that phase separation that happens, because when you end up with moisture in the bottom of the boat.
I got you.
Can you turn the wheel? Just turn this sideways so I can get to this.
Which way?
Yeah, that way. That's good.
So you add that every time you get gas?
Yeah, every time you fill it up. And when you winterize it,
Yeah.
I put a little extra. What I'll do is I take this clamp off. Well, first I'll warm up the motor and use fogging oil in the cylinders, warm it up. I take this cover off and spray a little in the carburetor till it really starts smoking and it's almost ready to die, but I get it fully warm. And then I'll take like a capful and put it in here, pop it back on, squeeze it. Now I got a concentrated amount in the carburetors, and then run it until it quits with the fogging oil. Keeps everything inside lubricated. Especially in the carburetors, because it's going to separate faster in a smaller quantity than in a large quantity. And then some guys will tell you fill up the tank all the way because there's less chance of moisture, getting in there. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference or not. You have to kind of do what works best for you.